Some very interesting news coming out of the Paramount SkyDance camp in the past couple of days, mostly because I think it was yesterday that it ended up getting approved, the merger, which is very interesting timing, of course, for a multitude of reasons because of the cancellation of Colbert. Oh, maybe after, he went after the company and he decided to take shots at both Trump and the business that afforded him a $40 million pay packet that he had absolutely wasted over the past decade. But the decision, remember, if you are so inclined to, the reason to axe The Late Show wasn't about its political leanings, in as much as the left is trying to make it out to be this political bastion. Oh, Colbert deserves his right to free speech. He should be allowed to say whatever he wants. And it's like, okay, cool. So a company has to pay him an exorbitant fee for a show that barely anybody's watching anymore. That's free speech. Interesting stuff. But the reason that they canceled or are getting rid of the show in May of 2026 is because of financial reasons. Keep that in mind for a second as we talk about South Park, who has been going back and forth. Trey Stone and Matt Parker, who, you know what? Or what did I say? Did I say Trey Parker and Matt Stone? I can't remember. But anyways, they had been in negotiations with Paramount to renew the series that they have had there under the Paramount, Skydance, Comcast, Viacom umbrella for what, 3 decades at this point in time. I'm going to keep it a buck. Like, I'm not the biggest South Park fan. Like, I'm pretty sure I have Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, but my favorite Stone and Parker joint that they ever put out is easily Basketball, and everything else falls quite a bit shorter than that. Like, I know everybody really, really, really likes Team America World Police, but let's keep it a buck, okay? That is very much in their lane, okay? Something I'm going to touch on a little bit later because, I think that there's a bunch of misconceptions around South Park and how edgy it is and how, it likes to pick on both sides, guys. Like, really? Interesting. But let's just say, like, South Park has been around for a long time, and I remember it causing, especially when it burst on the scene in the late 90s. Like, it was the edgier Simpsons, and it's like, okay, cool. Well, the Simpsons was definitely, taking its licks at the time. South Park just managed to always maintain just a surface level boil, but never really get into that level of controversy that The Simpsons got, okay? And then it kind of, maybe this is just me, okay, kind of faded from relevance probably until about the mid-2010s when, they really started to take shots and become maybe a little bit more politically aware because they were still talking all of the issues of the day, but when they started to get a little bit more pointed in their criticism, starting to really take easy pot shots, because you remember they took our gerbs. So funny, right? Like, you want to make jokes about that, about middle American and lower and middle class people worrying about illegal immigration. Gee, how well did that take age? But my opinion on South Park, for as many people that say, they make fun of everybody, okay, it was really driven home in, what was that, 2023, where everybody wanted to go ahead and applaud and suck the dick of South Park because wow, they really took it to Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy in 2023. You know when that would have been edgy? Around the same time when you guys were cowering in response to what happened with the COOF. Around the same time that you were penning your 15th, 16th, 17th unfunny Republican warmonger joke. Because it's so funny, it'll come whenever you guys want to lampoon political figures. Like, as somebody who was a big fan of The Simpsons during its heyday, I remember satirical takes on a lot of presidents, a lot of former presidents, a lot of current presidents. When it comes to South Park, George W. Bush took a beating. Saddam Hussein takes a beating, obviously. Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il. But how many Joe Biden jokes did they deliver during his 4-year presidency? Where's all the easy layups for Bill Clinton or for Hillary Clinton? Oh, interesting. You always want to be hands off with that approach. So no. I don't think that South Park nearly has the teeth that a lot of people want to attribute to it. But regardless of my opinions, the numbers speak for itself. It's still, at this point in time, like, what is this, the 27th season that's kicking off? That is just enough to tell you of its popularity. But also, the amount of money that they got, it's like, for the amount of work that they're going to have to do, it's a good gig if you can get it. So obviously, I'm in the minority on this one. And quite frankly, I'm fine with that. Because in the big wide world, you can either be happy or you can be right. And I could side with a lot of people that just simply think that, it's all right if the cartoon guys just do the same shit lib takes and they just shit all over conservatives on a consistent basis. But, oh, they make fun of everybody. Can you go ahead and cite your source? It's so nice to just see just this inconsistency come out on a consistent basis, but whatever. The only time that I have to discuss or really think about South Park is when they pop up in the news like this. And honestly, if Paramount had all of this money to burn, I would rather it go to some people who are occasionally funny as opposed to the likes of Stephen Colbert or some of that other slop that's out there, okay? Like, it's a much better use of everyone's time. But Paramount Global has resolved a tense standoff with South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone, signing a 5-year, $1.5 billion deal for exclusive global streaming rights and 10 new episodes annually for Paramount Plus. 10 episodes per year. Okay, so 50 episodes for $1.5 billion for an animation style that has not improved or changed in just about 30 years. Like I said, great work if you can get it, given the fact that, well, at this point in time, aren't they like the entire voice cast? Like, you had Isaac Hayes as Chef, but I don't think you consistently had anybody else come through. But hey, good on you, okay? This marks a significant alignment between creator demands and Paramount's content strategy, and comes amid a broader organizational upheaval. Yes, at the time, Paramount has announced it will cancel The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, scheduled to air through, on May 2026. The network cited purely financial reasons, despite Colbert's consistent #1 ratings for 9 seasons on network television. But you also take a look at those ratings and realize that they continue to drop, and honestly, general perception is nobody cares about late-night television anymore. So yes, however, Colbert and other late night hosts have seen significant declines in viewership and have not topped Gutfeld on Fox News for the top overall late night show in almost 2 years. In fact, Gutfeld regularly has ratings that would beat two of the traditional late night shows combined. Many on the left continue to speculate Paramount's decision was politically motivated, given the network's $16 million settlement with Donald Trump over 60 Minutes interview and the timing of the merger with SkyDance Media. Like I said before, the SkyDance Media merger just yesterday got resolved, and well, if we're worried about Stephen Colbert getting canceled because The Late Show became a gigantic anti-Trump platform, I mean, all you need to do is take a look at the first thing that South Park does, which honestly, if you're going to do it, like, I'm not surprised by this. And again, oh wow, look at the background. It's just an overwhelmingly white group of people, and then, oh, okay, cool. Everybody's talking about, Trump and the Epstein list, even though he said, okay, just go ahead and declassify all of the grand jury testimony. All right, cool. But then, yeah, man, you go ahead and you put him in bed with the devil, which, yeah, it's funny, right? After, Barack Obama would send over the 100th, 200th drone strike to Syria, and he never faced any repercussions for the media for doing that. Never had him say that he made a deal with the devil in order to get positive coverage, which, hey, listen, man, I know that there's a lot of people upset about, oh my God, South Park takes shots at Trump. We can't have anybody take shots at Trump. I mean, have you seen some of the recent videos I've done on Trump? Okay, not exactly the most glowing praise for the guy that just wants to go ahead and grab his ankles for a certain foreign country. And if you think that I'm an unhumorless, some hack that can't take a joke about myself or my political opinions, one of my favorite cartoons, full stop, is King of the Hill, and I'm cautiously optimistic about the reboot that's coming out, even though it's going to be on Hulu. So, but Mike Judge is still in place, and yeah, that's a guy who can actually take shots at both sides and did effectively throughout the entire run of King of the Hill, Silicon Valley, and Beavis and Butthead. Parker and Stone could only dream of being as talented as Mike Judge, but I digress. Like Gary from Nerdrotic says, okay, yeah, South Park roasts everything and everyone. Don't be a pussy. Well, I mean, are they even going to stand up for a bunch of the episodes? Because, yeah, this was something else that was going on, and prior to everything that was happening, yeah, you couldn't get access, and they were Paramount was getting rid of a whole host of episodes. Some of those have, in fact, been restored, but in general, I don't anticipate the Mohammed episode. It's so funny, right? You'll go ahead and make an anti-Muslim, well, it's not so much anti-Muslim in so much as it's just mocking Islam's zero tolerance policy for any depictions of the Prophet Muhammad. But are you going to animate any texts from the Talmud? I'm just wondering on that one. But that's fine. That's fine. If you just want to take your shots at the people that you want to take a shot on, it's like, I don't really care if you play both sides. Man, it plays for your audience. People like what you want to like. I don't care. I'm just saying, I've been around my entire life. Like, I've known about South Park. I've had friends that have been exceptionally huge fans of the show, and I just never really, it never really stuck with me. It was never something that I really gravitated towards. It's just, stop trying to push this whole narrative that South Park roasts everything, because this was, to me, like, when I seen this, it's like, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. Is like, oh, you think that South Park is so edgy and it's so with it, and oh, it just calls out shit as it sees it. But yeah, South Park to return in 2025. This was coming out, God, when was this published? Okay, yeah, September. Okay, so September 5th of 2024. Okay, creators are skipping the election, right? Like, everything that was going on, with Biden's mind just completely shitting the bed and then getting undemocratically replaced by Kamala Harris. Get this. Yeah, they're skipping the election on purpose, avoiding Trump jokes, fucking lol, and also waiting for Paramount to figure their shit out. Which, yeah, that was the escape door when it came to a bunch of this stuff, okay? Like, yeah, they're negotiating with Paramount. Perhaps, they don't have a contract to put out a new special or start the new season early. It's like, that could be why they're, just waiting it out on this one. But the first episode that you have in the can immediately goes after Trump. Interesting stuff. But South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone revealed in a new interview with Vanity Fair that their long-running animated series will not return until 2025, which means South Park will be skipping the 2024 presidential election between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. The duo said the delay is somewhat on purpose because they no longer have an interest in lampooning Trump on the show. Are you fucking kidding me? But Parker added that they're also waiting for Paramount to figure out all their shit. Yeah, just remember that. Just remember that. They no longer have an interest in lampooning Trump on the show. Just keep that in mind, right? But no. They attack both sides, so shut up. Neither creator specified on what Parker meant about Paramount, but the studio has been going through, yes, a proposed sale over the last several months, and now that's been all figured out, and the T's will be crossed, and the I's will be dotted in the very near future. As for skipping the 2024 presidential election on purpose, Stone noted, "We've tried to do South Park through 4 or 5 presidential elections, and it's just such a hard thing to do. It's such a mind scramble, and it seems like it takes outsized importance. Obviously, it's fucking important, but it kind of takes over everything, and we just have less fun." I don't know. Get this one. This to me was like, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, you guys are the lampoon everybody show, right? But I don't know what more we could possibly say about Trump. Right. Okay, just even taking it out of the context of what we just seen and what was just released, you're telling me of the 2024 presidential election, you can't tell a fucking funny joke. You can't have one episode. You can't even have one cutaway gag about a professional dick sucker who worked her way all the way up until the nomination of the Democratic Party. You can't tell me of a fucking 304 that it has a videotape of her holding court with Montel Williams getting passed around those circles. You can't tell a fucking funny joke, but that doesn't even cross your mind. No. If we're going to be talking about the presidential election, okay, if we're going to be talking about any of the past 3 cycles, it's all about Trump. They're political partisan hacks, and I am fucking done letting people gaslight that it has been anything different. They didn't joke about fucking flumpy-brained Biden. They didn't want to talk and lampoon a professional whore. But no. It's fine if they dump on Trump and MAGA supporters. No. That's fine, because they attack everybody. Fuck off. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.